Who Works for You begins right now with breaking news.
Hello and thank you for joining us. I'm Brian Miller. Corey Duke has the night off. Happening right now, a motorcyclist in critical condition after a crash tonight on the IDL. Who Works for You reporter Ashley Holt live downtown near the I-244 and LL Tisdale Parkway. And Ashley, what can you tell us?
That's right, Brian. What we know right now, police telling us that motorcycle was going southbound on Tisdale right over here when he was trying to exit onto I-244 East. Couldn't quite make it. That's about a 25-mile-per-hour turn. So his bike kept going and he fell to the ground. Now, he was transferred to the hospital in very critical condition, but he is still alive at this time. They say that he was a male in his early 20s. I actually spoke to some witnesses who were standing up here taking pictures at the time. They say that they heard a loud noise and they didn't know exactly what happened. They saw the body fall and thought it was an object, but they couldn't realize what happened until they saw people crowding around until an ambulance was able to arrive. Now, most of the highways that were closed earlier are now open. The only thing still closed is that I-244 East ramp, but police do expect that to reopen around 10:30 tonight. Reporting live downtown, Ashley Holt, Who Works for You.
Now, your Storm Shield weather first forecast.
Hi everyone, I'm Storm Shield meteorologist Brandon Woolley. We have clear skies tonight and setting the stage for a very cold overnight low in Tulsa and chilly overnight lows in surrounding areas as well. 70 right now in Jenks and 64 for our viewers in Muskogee, and light winds all less than about 5 miles per hour. Look at this 24-hour temperature change compared to last night at this time. 25 degrees cooler in Bartlesville. Bartlesville probably down into the upper 40s by early tomorrow morning. Not expecting any rain in the forecast tonight, or for that matter over the next couple of days. So in Tulsa tonight down to 54 degrees. Again, clear skies as I mentioned. North winds between about 5 and 10. We'll have a look at your 7-day coming up in the next couple of minutes.
In Collinsville, volunteers are using paint to give the city a fresh look. The effort to keep Collinsville beautiful is funded by a grant. Who Works for You reporter Ashley Holt explains why the group is getting their hands dirty, all to help the community.
Personally, I'm wore out, but I'm still going.
Sure, it doesn't look like a lot,
We were chipping paint.
but trust them,
Now we're painting.
it was.
Between the two, I probably prefer painting. It's a little easier than chipping.
And for these volunteers, more than worth it for what it may bring their town.
Anytime you can do any beautification, it's going to help everything.
Collinsville Downtown Incorporated applied for a grant through the Keeping Oklahoma Beautiful Project's Fresh Painting Days, and fresh paint they got.
And I think everybody's just really excited to see the place look nice again.
From 9 a.m. to 5:30 they worked
Oh my gosh, dedicated, community-driven people.
to attract more businesses and patrons to a place they love.
I feel like when we improve one thing, it in turn improves everything, kind of like a domino effect.
Hopeful that one day the exterior of Collinsville will match the pride of the people who live in it.
You meet a stranger, but you don't stay strangers long.
And that was Ashley Holt reporting. The volunteers plan on painting the second story of that building next week. A Tulsa mother now facing formal charges after police say she ran over her ex-boyfriend's girlfriend, killing her last week, all while her 10-year-old daughter was in the back seat of the car. Brady Payne Wright charged with first-degree murder, assault with a deadly weapon, child neglect, among other couple of charges. Now, investigators are saying the victim, 25-year-old Brianna Dean, was walking on East 47th Street when Wright drove toward the ex-boyfriend and the victim, hitting her and dragging her underneath the car. She later died in the hospital. A robbery with pepper spray to Midtown Sonic leads to the arrest of a man wanted on several warrants. A woman working at the Sonic at 2nd and Utica around midnight tells police a man sprayed her in the face with pepper spray and then took money. Now, while checking the area, officers spotted Jody Higgins riding away from the scene on a bike. The robbery victim did not identify Higgins as the suspect, so he wasn't charged with the robbery. But police arrested him for resisting arrest, drug possession, driving the wrong way, and 7 outstanding warrants. 1 week ago today, Oklahoma was rocked with the strongest earthquake in its history, magnitude 5.8. Now, folks in Pawnee are still reporting aftershocks, but they are decreasing in frequency. Oklahoma Department of Transportation says crews inspected all the bridges within a 60-mile radius of the quake, and ODOT insists that they are safe. Earthquake insurance agents are staying busy meeting with those reporting damage. Now, agents say a majority of the carriers do offer earthquake insurance that covers man-made quakes. We have much more on the quake, including information about applying for earthquake insurance. That's all over on our website, KJRH.com. Lifting weights and raising money. It's a group of Tulsa weightlifters honoring those killed in the 9/11 terrorist attack while raising money for local first responders. Dynamic Sports Development hosting its first powerlifting meet today. The facility helps train Tulsa officers, firefighters, even FBI agents. More than 60 people of all ages from across the nation competing in 3 events.
There's a veteran here that just squatted using one leg and a cane. So he did an adaptive event and he just killed it. He squatted like 350, something insane like that.
Very impressive. Now, all of today's proceeds will benefit the Tulsa Area Fit First Responders Foundation. Today, hundreds of veterans receiving community assistance for the annual Stand Down Veterans in Tulsa. 2 Works 3 reporter Giselle Puente has more on the event, First United Methodist Church, and who's behind the effort.
The Veteran Affairs Program Manager says it was a great turnout today. They were able to help more than 250 veterans who either don't have a home or are going through a rough time.
I was working at Holly Oil Refinery and I got dizzy and passed out, and I haven't been cleared to go back to work, so not only am I homeless, I'm unemployed.
Ricky Williams, an Army veteran, is not alone in the struggle.
On any given night, we estimate there's around 100 homeless veterans. They could be in a shelter, they could be on the street.
The Department of Veteran Affairs, along with 50 organizations in Tulsa, held Stand Down for Vets in downtown.
I've got socks, and I'm assuming winter clothing and jackets and things of that nature, boots, shoes.
The goal is to be, show them compassion, provide them the most basic needs so that they can reach the goals in life that they set out to accomplish.
Not only did the vets leave today with bags full of essentials, but they could also get a free haircut and a hot meal. Several health providers were also on site, screening veterans and scheduling appointments. Williams says this event is boosting his morale.
Always been real great here lately, especially in trying to help the homeless veterans and other veterans try to accomplish their goals.
The VA says none of this would have been possible without the help of the community.
Each year there's another agency that wants to join our effort.
Some of the organizations I talked with today, like the Coffee Bunker behind me or Nightlight Tulsa, say that it's very rewarding helping our local veterans, and they can't wait to participate again next year. Reporting in downtown Tulsa, Giselle Puente, 2 Works for You.
Happening now, Governor Mary Fallin ordering all American and Oklahoma flags on state property be flown at half-staff. They're going to remain that way until Monday in remembrance of the victims of the 9/11 terror attacks. We have more digital stories ahead of the 15th anniversary of 9/11. See how the U.S. intelligence community has grown since then, and if we're at risk for another terrorist attack. That's all over at KJRH.com and the 2 Works for You app. Well, there's still time to get out and have some fun this Saturday night. A look at the festivals that'll be rocking out until midnight, plus a travel advisory in Miami could be lifted soon. What the CDC says needs to happen first. You're watching 2 Works for You at 10.